What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Perfectly Unmatched podcast. In today's episode, we don't actually know what we're going to talk about. It's kind of an ad hoc episode. It was a little bit of a long week for both, so we didn't have time to actually prepare for it. But I hope that's okay with y'all, and I hope you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy some of the talks that we're about to have.
That is insane that you just did that all in one go. I'm actually very impressed. I'm actually really impressed with you right now. That was kind of crazy.
I've gotten better at talking on camera.
Yeah, you did a really good job. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. You did a really good job.
Thank you.
He didn't even rehearse that. That's crazy.
I'm a natural. Hollywood.
Right,
Yep.
sign him up.
In my line.
So we're switching. We're on different sides of the couch today. I'm normally on that side. He's normally on this side because I'm swollen, and I would rather you guys not see that side of me.
Also, she wanted that side from the beginning.
I did always want this side from the beginning, but I honestly think I do like that side better because the lighting on this side is insane.
It hits you right in the eye.
It hits me literally right in the eye, and I'm not in the mood for that.
But I didn't complain. I didn't complain.
So I don't want to hear it. Okay. Anyways, do you have health? Oh yeah, we also have new mics because apparently our other ones were just not working.
I know why.
Why?
You see this? So for the viewers, right? We have the camera set up, and then the little plug-in thing that goes into the camera. Before, the only one that I had was one that went into the USB-C. And when you plug into the USB-C on this camera, it doesn't pick up like an audio device, so it has to be plugged into the 3.5 jack. But I only had those mics because I used to record just on my phone. But now I have this, yeah.
Okay.
Troubleshooting everything. I got the trifecta: USB-C, Lightning for all those other people that aren't in the modern age, and 3.5 jack.
Right. What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask you, do you have health insurance?
Through my mom.
Through your mom? I got kicked off of mine, and it's been the worst.
Why?
I don't know. I did move out.
You're supposed to.
I'm supposed to have it until I'm 26, right?
26, yeah.
Yeah. I was kicked off, and my sister was kicked off, and I think, but it's because I don't know if it's because we moved out or what the case may be. But you
think you have to move out. I don't think it's based on how you move out.
I thought it was based off your household.
Yeah, I thought it was how much you make.
Oh, fuck that. I can't afford health insurance.
I don't think...
No, I literally went to the dentist and I was like, hey, tooth's in pain, help. And they were like, yeah, no problem. $3,000. I said, oh, for one tooth?
Just go to a different country.
That's what I was like, I'm going to fucking move to Canada. I can't do this.
Go to Canada, or you could probably go to Europe for cheaper. Spend a week there, do stuff in Europe, and get your tooth removed for cheaper.
Right. I could at least have an experience while I do that. No, and it's so bad because I think this kind of happened to me in December when I was like, I don't know if you could see it, but like I'm like literally swollen up on this side.
A little
compared
bit.
To my other
like
side.
Right where your, I guess,
yes, it's so annoying. And it's so freaking annoying. I'm like, dude, I can barely even like eat. So now I really am going to have to go on that liquid diet for real.
Oh, yeah. Your weird little...
I didn't end up doing it last week because what did I do?
I don't know. What did you do?
I don't remember. I think I was just surrounded by a lot going on. Like over the weekend, I did a bar crawl. And
oh, great for the diet.
I know, horrible. It was real good for that diet. But yeah, I was munching. So I was like, damn.
You kind of have to.
Kind of have to because I'm not trying to be... And this was my first time bar crawling in Chicago.
Okay.
And I had so much anxiety at the beginning of it. I went with my boyfriend and his friends because his friend's birthday was...
happy late birthday. Time. Don't know who you are, but happy late birthday.
He's not watching this. But
just in case, you know.
You know my boyfriend doesn't watch the podcast.
Understandable.
But do you want to know his reasoning behind it?
He hates me.
No. He hasn't met you yet. He has no reason to hate you.
Exactly. Yet.
No. I think you guys would get along. He was like, you already tell me everything as it is. So if
you're
anything,
leaking the episodes?
Basically, because I tell him everything.
So we have a leak here at JB Films Industries.
Who is JB? That's crazy. That JB Films.
It's because I used that in my recent video with my friend.
Yeah.
To do like a little bit in it, and for some reason I thought about Jack Black. So I was like, Jack Black, JB Films Industries.
No, yeah, he doesn't watch them because I already tell him everything, so I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Whatever.
We have a leak. It must be silenced. No, I'm
he's like, hey, haven't heard from you in like a week. I don't know. I was told I can't speak. But no, yeah, I did a bar crawl. It was really fun. I was really anxious about it though because we were in Chicago, and I'm just like, if I get too messed up here, we're not driving, we're on public transportation.
Oof.
And I'm just sitting there like, I don't think I can drink like that. Like
I
that
don't
doesn't.
trust public transportation here.
I don't trust Chicago. Just
Or
as
that.
a general, just in general. Like I'm scared of being robbed. So we get to his friend's apartment, very cute, nice little studio apartment. I loved every minute of it. Very cozy. For boys, I'm not gonna lie, like very clean. I'm like, wow, good for him.
Maybe it's almost like that's a stereotype.
No, men are dirty.
Okay.
It's not a stereotype. Men are dirty. But yeah. So we go in, nice little studio apartment, and I was like, I had my big bag. It's like a Coach bag. So I'm just like, I don't think I want to take it. That's not the point. And I'm just like, I don't think I want to take this with me. And so I left it at the apartment, left my wallet at the apartment, hoping that Apple will pay. And ended up working out fine, so it was all good.
That's good.
And then we went to a golf place.
Golf?
Yeah, like a little mini golf place.
Okay.
It was so cute. I think you would have liked it. It's like a mini golf place, and it was like a St. Patty's Day theme for alcohol or like cocktails and stuff. Yeah. So we did that, and then
I've only ever played mini golf once.
Here. I feel like mini golf's fun. Here. I feel like mini golf's fun.
I like the outdoor mini golf.
Like Top Golf?
No, outdoor mini golf, like where there's like a little mini course. Like there's multiple. Like I only went to an indoor mini golf place where like the courses were like, oh, you finish in 1 or 2 shots. Oh. So it's just like either it has like some obstacles, but like kind of shitty obstacles.
Yeah, I get you.
But so I got really bored that one time we did go. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of mini golf. I'd play it.
I mean, it's boring, but like
if it's the outdoor version.
No, I had a few drinks, so for me it was like, ooh, is it gonna get in the hole? I got a hole in one, and I didn't even know where the hole was.
You got so messed up.
I literally just hit it, and it went into the I was like, "Where's my ball?" And it was already in the hole. I was like, I didn't even know where that fucking hole was.
You got so messed up.
No, I didn't get messed up. I was tipsy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't get messed up like I used to. Also, and that's just because like I said, I was so anxious about being in the city in general.
That's really good in the city. There's way nicer bars. Well, there's nice bars in the city, but there's also way nicer bars like out in obviously like Naperville. But
well, yeah, no, of course, but his friend lives in Chicago.
Yeah, okay, well,
so that was his thing. I'm trying to think about what else I did. Oh, and then I started deleting my social medias.
We saw that. I got woken up at like 12 a.m. to like my phone like because I leave my ringer on, so I have my alarm set up.
It notified you?
Yeah, I know it because I am logged into
our account.
So it notifies you when.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's why I texted you.
I thought you were just looking at my. I was like, why is he like? How did I just did this? How does he already know?
No, it notifies you like removed as a collaborator. Remove yourself or as a collaborator.
What the hell? I don't like that it's telling on me. Like, leave me alone.
After you made a big deal.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think I'm just very consumed. I just hit that. That's definitely gonna be boop onto the camera.
Oh well, we're getting used to the new mics, guys. Yeah. Apologies again.
Sorry.
They're like not canceled, not watching. Just like
what?
Blocked.
What?
Because you hit the mic.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I just feel like in general, like I feel like social media has taken up so much of my life to a point where it's like getting to a point where I'm like comparing a lot of myself into these things, like where I feel like I'm like behind in life, or I'm not physically like looking the same way as another individual, and I'm just like, I don't think that social media is for me. I say as we're on this fucking podcast.
I know, as we're literally making a podcast to go up on. So, well, would you count YouTube as social media?
No.
I would count it as pseudo social media. Like, it's social media because anybody can post on there.
Right.
But realistically, it's more like well, I'm trying to make like a TV show type thing. I'm trying to make a podcast. It's not like, oh, guys, look at my muscles. Well, there are like fitness channels, but like
I feel like yipping and yapping is very different compared to like anything else that
like Instagram and stuff.
Like Instagram's like, oh, here's your stat. Like you had like, and that's another thing. It's like I don't even know what the hell I can do with my freaking account. Like you can't be too sad, but you can't be too happy because people hate that you're way too happy.
You could just be whatever you want and ignore people.
But I care. That's my problem. Is I do care about how people perceive my social media. So I'm like, I could do an aesthetic. I could go black and white, but I don't like black and white. Or I could post pictures without my friends in it, but I enjoy my friends. But then I want to post. What if I want to post with myself? But then I don't like looking at myself. So it's a whole thing of just like.
I say just post what you like and what makes you happy, and the rest of the people can go fuck themselves.
And that's easy. That's easy to say. But
I do it. Granted, I barely post, but I do it.
You have 2 posts.
4. But I do post on my story.
Yeah, you do.
When I go play soccer.
No, yeah. I don't know. So yeah, took everything off TikTok, took everything off of Instagram because I'm just like, I don't think that this is for me anymore. I just can't do social media. I can't do
last episode.
No. But yeah, no, I just feel like, especially with my boyfriend too, him being 25, almost 26 now, really does affect me. And not in a way of like it's his fault or like his friend's fault or anything, but because they are much older, like they already have their jobs established.
Older?
They're 3 years older.
3 years older.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Like, but this is the thing is that we're freshly out, you know, like.
Just call your boyfriend an unk.
That basically, I call him grandpa. Like
crazy.
That ass though.
Okay.
Like okay, but like it's just like, dude, we're still freshly new to everything. Still trying to figure out our career paths. Still trying to figure out what jobs we want. They have that all established after they have graduated college. They graduated college, they went and they got their careers, they did what they needed to do, and now they're working in their careers. So for me, I'm just like, I should be working in my career. But then I'm like,
but I don't want my career.
I'm not that, and on top of that, I'm like, I'm not their age. Like for him, he had just gotten into his job 2 years ago, so he was 24.
So he spent what, like 2 years out of college because you graduated at 22.
Yeah.
So he spent like 2 years out of college.
No, but he had to stay for an extra semester because he switched.
A year. Okay, so a year and a half.
Yeah, so I think he had to have been 24 when he got his career job.
Yeah.
So,
like the job in the field that he wanted.
Yes, and so it's just like, it throws me off.
You're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Am I though? I feel like, you know, we say that a lot. Like a lot of, you're in your 20s, enjoy your 20s. But it's
no. Don't just enjoy it. Like your 20s have to have a purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like I don't have a purpose. And I don't know what my purpose is supposed to be.
Well, that gets into a deeper philosophical question about life. But yeah. I mean, I would just chill. Not chill, but like relax. Like don't put as much like angst on yourself because realistically, when you're stressed out and you're all angry and all that, you're not actually gonna do your best work or any work.
True.
And then what are you gonna? You're just gonna sit yourself further back. Like in your 20s, obviously, like in my opinion, right? Your 20s, you're a kid adult. You're an adult, but you're technically a kid when it comes to like adults. Like adults technically have it all figured out. Even though, I mean, they still have midlife crises and whatever, but I digress. Try different things. Like, you like working in what you're working in now, if you like it. I don't see any... I don't understand this whole thing about getting, like, an adult job.
But that's my thing, too, is, like, I look into that, and I think about... Like, I'll say it. I work in hospitality. I work in restaurants.
Yeah.
And I love what I do.
Exactly.
But I can't openly say that to people that are, like, engineers or like lawyers. Like I can't look at people and be like, yeah, I love working in a restaurant. As much as I do love it and I do mean saying that, I'm gonna be looked at like, what are you talking about? You love working in restaurants. And another thing about restaurants is that it's not consistent. Like True. You're not getting a consistent paycheck. It really is like, hey, you know, these are your hours, or this is how much a person wants to tip you. And that's it. Like your entire job is like basically like commission based.
Yeah.
So it's just literally based off, did you perform? And even if you do perform well, people still might not tip you. And
But that's the same like in corporate. If you perform well, you might not get the promotion.
That's true.
If you do the best work. Honestly, apparently, I watched a video yesterday where it's kind of explaining like office politics or corporate politics. Most of the time, when layoffs come through, they fire the high performers. So like the people that do the best.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's not those who are gonna make them the most money. It's those that are gonna probably stir the most trouble in like wanting raises or wanting promotions.
Which is crazy to me because you want somebody to work like a dog day and night and just be like, I like doing everything for them.
Mm-hmm.
I accept it all. But then you're surprised when they're like, hey, I'm cartwheeling, backflipping, doing everything under the sun for you. Can I get a raise? And then now all of a sudden we're looking at you like you're crazy.
Mm.
What is so, I don't understand that.
Also, I feel like that's a very American thing, by the way. Like, I'll be honest with you, when I was in Europe, I saw like 30, 40-year-olds just living their best life, working in a restaurant, just living their best life. People still work in factories. Be like I don't, if a person comes up to me and say, hey man, I'm not making the most money, but like I really just love working in like painting. Like I say they're making a decent, like they make enough to live painting, and they love painting, then do painting. What do you have to prove to anybody but yourself? Like I don't see this whole idea of, oh, you gotta get an adult job, you gotta wake up in your suit, you gotta wake up in your binoculars and your calculators, and you gotta do all this math and stuff.
Where's this accent coming from?
No, I don't know. I was trying to do like a boomer accent, but
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like no. Plus, we live in a completely different era than even 3 years ago.
Yeah,
But like a different era than most adults. I'm saying like 30 and up.
Yeah,
because be realistic, right? If you put in enough effort, you can find a way to live off of anything these days. If you're willing to put in the work and the effort, you can literally make a living doing anything. Like I told you about that one story about the guy that sold his candy company off of TikTok, and his TikTok was his only like marketing.
Yeah.
I seen people make like you guys know the hot sauce people on TikTok. I'm sure if not, look them up. They literally just started a hot sauce business. Like they're just posting random TikToks.
Yeah.
And it works. Like there's so many avenues to make a living that like in my corporate era, I'm in my big boy, big girl job.
Yeah.
It's like cool if that's what you genuinely like, and that's what your calling is in life. Great, love it for you.
Yeah.
But like, if you're the type of person that's gonna be like, oh, you don't work corporate, you're this age and you don't work this, screw you.
Yeah.
Screw you. Let people live their life. You only get one life. You might as well do something that makes you happy.
No, and I get that. I just feel like I'm not like dude, the other day I was walking like around outside because I was like, I need to go get air or something.
Okay.
And I sat there and I was like, I'm not living this one life that I have like to its fullest, but I don't know how to like navigate living it to its full. And that's why I ended up just disappearing off fucking social media because I'm like, I get videos and it's like me at my corporate job, or here's me at Pilates. I hate those videos. You know, here's me eat what I eat in a day, and it's so healthy. And I'm like, little do you know, eating healthy is so fucking expensive for no fucking reason.
It is, and it's like here especially, yeah. And it sucks. Next to the city.
Yes, and it just sucks because it's like you're profiting off the fact that people need to eat. And like that's insane to me that you like even fast food places are not how they used to be where it's like there's no dollar menu anymore. No, but you know people need to eat.
Dude, I did sorry, little interruption. No, I did that Subway video, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like a $68 order for 5 sandwiches. It used to be
Was it the footlongs?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, $68 for 5 sandwiches. It used to be $5 footlongs, remember back in the day?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Inflation's out of control. If I'm trying to make a Subway video and I'm paying almost $100 for 5 sandwiches, because originally we were gonna do the whole menu.
Yeah.
And then I looked into it and I was like, oh Lord. But yeah. Anyway.
How much was it? Wait, how much was the whole menu?
I think the whole menu was like $300, almost $400.
Get the fuck out.
If it was just sandwiches though. Not including, because they have protein bowls now. I didn't even know they have like soups and pizzas and stuff.
The pizzas aren't that good.
I never had the pizza,
but it's not that good. I work there.
I said if we were to do the Subway menu, the whole menu. It would have to be the whole. Like I don't want to fake my videos. So like it have to be in my mind. Even though like I could edit it in a certain way, I'd have to get the whole menu.
So you guys didn't end up doing it?
No, we did the 5 sandwiches, and we ranked the 5 best Subway sandwiches. Like we literally went online and we like did a little bit of research. Like what do Americans think the top 5 Subway sandwiches are? And we found out that Americans' tastes are pretty bland.
What were they?
The meatball marinara, which I thought was gonna be 5, but ended up second.
No, that's a pretty good one. It's pretty basic.
The Beast, which is it just has all the meats and a little bit of sauce and stuff.
Ew.
And that ended up first.
Ew.
The Italian BMT got third, I think, because it was really bland.
That's salami,
pepperoni.
pepperoni.
I don't think it had bacon, but and then like vinaigrette and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was okay, which is again very bland. None of these were toasted, which I don't understand.
Well, why didn't you ask for it to be toasted?
Well, we had to go off of like the rules. What are Americans' top 5 Subway sandwich orders? And that's it. That's all we did.
And they didn't say anything about it being toasted.
Nope.
That's disgusting.
The only one that was toasted, or the only one that was warmed up, was the meatballs, because I'm pretty sure they had
to do that.
Then the Subway club was fourth, which was very bland. It's literally just
ham, cheese,
and multi-grain bread, no sauce, no nothing. Yeah. And then the turkey was last.
That's disgusting.
And yeah, we realized that the tastes are very bland, but I don't know. Yeah, you're eating healthy though, especially because of where we live though. Like it's just extremely expensive next to the city, or even in the city.
Of course, and then especially with it being like everybody wants to be organic now, gluten free, dairy free, air free. Like, dude, I can't keep up with it anymore because then I'm looking at it and I'm like, am I really that unhealthy in my eating habits, or is this just like somebody in my head about it, like telling you you're not eating correctly? And it's so freaking annoying. I'm like, I can't.
It's definitely weird.
Yeah.
It's no, but going back to the adulting thing, you could, like I said, at least for me, because you've told me, if you like working hospitality and you like working restaurants, like work restaurants, dude. I understand you got a degree, but like if the degree is not what you want to do with life, then you're acting, because the thing is, everybody says, oh, I can't wait to travel and all of this, but like let's be honest, most people that are, let's say, working their adult jobs, sure, they'll have like some vacation or they'll take days off or whatever, but like realistically they're not getting to travel even though they're making more money. They gotta be there at this time and do this, and like it's just a balance. That's what you want from life. I understand why like you, I guess, popped off of social media for a little bit, or I don't know, maybe permanently, I don't know, that's a you thing, but just be happy with yourself. Like, just be happy where you are, and also enjoy the struggle. I know it sounds corny and cringy. I don't enjoy this shit at all. I know it's corny and cringy, but like, I don't know. It's things are always gonna go wrong, so you might as well get used to like.
I just need a new fucking degree. I'm over it. But what degree? What degree? What do I get? What?
Like you'd have to find something that you'd love doing for the rest of your life.
I don't love doing anything. I don't love doing anything. Nothing excites me anymore like it used to.
Crazy.
It's actually insane.
I get pretty excited filming stuff.
Shut up. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I like filming, but do I think this is like, am I making money off this? Like, no.
No, not yet. Maybe.
Maybe one day for sure, but like right now, I'm thinking about the now and I'm not making anything. I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm not saying I'm against
but
it.
But like the opportunity cost, right? Because this is free to do basically.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you go get a degree, then you have to pay for the degree.
Yeah.
So if you get another degree, and God forbid, I hope not, I hope you pick something that you like, you pick something that you don't like again, then what? You're going to be a double degree.
A double degree with no, I can't do this anymore, bro.
Like for me, I know personally, like if I were to go change like my life again, change everything, I would go to pilot school, or I would get my personal trainer certificate.
Yeah.
Like I know I would do that, even though like the pilot one is hella expensive, but that's what I'd like doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. And then I have all these freaking high ass like expectations, especially when it comes from my like family, because they're just like, you're supposed to be the one that gets through this. And I'm like, yeah, Sure.
Why didn't you get through
Oh, clock it. But
it? I'm just saying.
oh, well, circumstances happened and they just didn't get through it. But I don't know. I feel like there's way too much. Like there's a lot of pressure, but then at the same time, if I don't have that pressure,
You're not
I
gonna do
I
anything.
feel offended by that. Like the fact that I have the pressure, it's annoying,
It's a privilege.
but it's a privilege to have that pressure because my family does think so highly of me that I can do something with my life. But because I have that pressure and I'm not doing anything with my life, I'm just like, oh,
Well, you're not doing anything with your life.
you maybe picked the wrong kid.
Well, you're not doing anything with your life. You're just not doing what they expect of your life.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, just chill, do what you want to do. I don't know. I feel like I'm more laid back.
I get that, but it's like I don't know. Chilling and doing what I want to do does not pay bills, and I need to pay bills without worrying about being broke.
Understandable.
So
We just live in we also live in a like really crazy era where everything's hella expensive.
for no fucking reason, for literally no fucking reason.
Like houses,
Yeah,
cars.
like I don't
And you
even
need
think
a
I'm gonna
car.
be able to own a fucking house.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. If I don't make like hella money, I don't think I'm gonna be able to afford a house here either.
No, it's fucking ridiculous.
The one house that's getting built, I don't know if you saw it. The one house that's getting built is gonna be valued at like 600K.
Yeah,
in where we live.
where you live is insane.
600K.
I expect that for where I live because where I live is a very
yeah. Your house is probably gonna be up to like a milli soon.
I know, and that's crazy because we bought it for I think
You bought a house?
Yeah, it's fully.
Oh, you're the where you live right now.
Where I'm living currently.
Yeah. No,
I'm
that's
not
nice.
buying a house. I'm fucking getting an apartment because I can't.
Dude, it's crazy. It's honestly insane. Like I don't like realistically, even if you work a normal job, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're earning like six figures, are you gonna be? And I mean this like you could be able to afford it and afford a family, but are you gonna be able to do that comfortably?
And that's another thing that I do want to go into.
Like, are you gonna?
Thing that I do want to go into. Sorry.
No, you're good.
The fact that like I don't think I could fucking have kids. Like selfishly, I would love to have them.
Well, I would love to have kids. Yeah,
I would love to have kids.
I still want to have kids,
but I can't. Like, I'm really thinking about that. I'm like, I would have to work all the time. My husband's gonna have to work all the time. When are we really gonna be around these kids?
Yeah.
And how is it fair to them that they're and don't get me wrong, I was a grandma's kid. Like my mom was always working, my dad was always working, whatever. So I was always at my grandma's. I was a grandma's girl, but at the same time, it's like I want to be able to be around my kids for majority.
You want to be a good parent, yeah.
Yeah.
The majority of the time.
I just don't see that as like a possibility for that to be happening.
No, and I don't think it would ever work that way anyway, even if you had like a high paying job.
Yeah.
Because realistically, the higher they pay you for a job, the more they expect of you.
Yeah.
And like that means like, oh, you gotta stay late, you gotta stay early. Oh, you're not doing this? Well, you're gone.
Yeah.
Let's be realistically honest.
Yeah.
That's why. Honestly, I feel like that's why a lot of people are going towards gig work. Gig work.
What is that?
Like you know how like being an actor is a gig, like you act on a movie. Like I think I saw a statistic where it was like I think 38% of the economy so far has already shifted to gig work, where like they do like Uber, they do Lyft, they do all these things that are not considered like traditional jobs. Like it's not oh I'm employed for basically perpetuity until like they decide to fire me or I leave.
Yeah.
It's like oh I do this to make money to afford these, right? Like the social media people, the people that do Uber and Lyft, the actors, I mean even like corporate jobs now they're introducing like gig positions where like you just join in for like a project and then you leave.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know. I feel like in the future it sucks because realistically the job stability, people are gonna miss it.
Yeah.
But like gig work is gonna be a bigger part of the economy.
Right.
Like realistically, one because I just don't think that I think especially our generation, because people can say whatever they want to say about our generation, yet we don't want the typical work 90% of my life.
But do you feel like that's because we grew up in like a content creator YouTube like world? Like we grew up watching YouTube, so we felt like we could do YouTube, and it's like
I feel like anybody could do YouTube.
no, I get that, but it's like, is that making us lazier people? Like really,
I'll argue this. Okay, I think your 9 to 5 typical work is harder on you mentally because you're not doing what you're passionate about, or maybe you're being away from people.
Be harder for me financially.
Potentially, like I said, it just depends on what 9 to 5 you get.
Yeah.
Because some 9 to 5s pay. Honestly, I know 9 to 5s corporate jobs that pay less than McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really a luck of this draw nowadays. What I'm saying is, I feel like being a content creator is not harder, but it's up there with the level of hardest because you're always constantly either worrying or not worrying, but like trying to come up with ideas that people will want to watch or trying to create value. Basically, being a content creator is being a business owner because you are the owner of your channel and your channel is your income.
Yeah.
But like if your channel dries up, like you're not getting views or you're not getting subscribers or followers on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're not making money.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it's just every career path is hard. You want to go be a construction worker? It's hard. You want to go be a 9 to 5 corporate guy? It's hard. You want to be a content creator? It's hard.
Yeah.
It's just what hard do you want to take? Because like if you do, let's say you, right? Or do you have any interest in being a construction worker?
No.
Okay, let's say you go be a construction worker just for the money. You're gonna be miserable, like because you're gonna hate what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then the money is gonna be not worth it. Sure, yeah, you may be able to afford a nicer place to live, maybe a car or a nicer car. But at the end of the day, you're gonna look at that car and be like, "What am I doing with my life? Like, I hate what I'm doing. Why is this car worth so much to me that like I have to hate what I'm doing every day?"
Yeah.
So it's just everything's gonna be hard. And what I feel like it stems from a place where the older generations don't understand where life is going in the future. Because you can't expect somebody that, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but like you can't expect somebody that bought a house for like 60, 80K and can now sell it for close to a milli to be like, oh yeah, you go do that content creation stuff, you go do that gig work stuff. No, they're gonna be like, oh look what I did, do what I did. I got a job and then I paid for a house and now look, my house is worth this.
Yeah.
And I think they don't understand how the discrepancy between like costs and like wages has gone up.
But I do feel like
Don't get me wrong, we have some lazy people in our generation. I know lazy people in our generation.
yeah, but I also feel like I really think about it. Like I'm 23. My dad was raising me and my not raising, but like watching, like basically with us, me and my sister when he was 22 and my mom being 16, 18 years old when she had us. And it's like my mom would tell me all the time, like my grandma did not watch us for free. Like we were babysat, cool.
Yeah,
my mom had to pay my grandma every time.
Yeah.
Because obviously my grandma didn't want her to have that lifestyle of like, dude, I wanted you to go to school. I didn't want you to become, a mom at 16 years old. And granted, everything worked out the way that it did, and it is what it is. Can't really go back and change the past. You could only like hope that your kids do better in the future, and that's
move forward. Yeah.
And thankfully, she can say one thing, and it's we beat teen pregnancy, and we didn't get pregnant in high school, and we're still not pregnant now. But even so, it's just like she was 16, 18 working jobs, and she would even tell me, I was like, well, mom, like, because she did have an apartment that I remember, and yeah, I think my grandma lived there, but like she was still paying for my grandma to watch us and things like that. And my mom's like, yeah, you guys think minimum wage was the way it is now? She's like, no, it was $6. Like my mom wasn't like the same way that we feel like, oh, we don't get paid enough, and the like apartments are so much more expensive. It's like we didn't though. Like they lived probably maybe even a little worse. Getting paid $6 an hour and rent being 800 or whatever. You know?
But statistically speaking, like just looking off of the numbers, productivity for workers has gone up by, I think they said like 100 and something percent over like the course of the past 40, 50 years. Cost of living has gone up by like 9 times since like even the year 2000.
Yeah.
And wages have only increased by 2 times. Whereas like before, though, like the cost to the ratio of your wage was a lot closer.
Yeah.
So it didn't feel as insurmountable. Whereas now the cost is just so far away from like how much you're making that like it does feel insurmountable. So like I'm not defending like our generation in the sense of like, oh yeah, you know, we're just so hard, like we can't do, why even try? No, obviously try. Obviously
Yeah.
try to do something with your life. But like I feel like the older generations need to realize that it's not their, we live in a completely different era.
I feel like we also live in completely different worlds. And I don't want to compare my mom and sit there and say like my mom did everything wrong because I don't think she did. I just think that there was a different path for her and that's just how it went. But
They did everything right for their time.
for their time.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think my mom's just the best comparison because it's like I feel like because she had kids so young, she had to grow up faster. She had to like make sure like it's not just you're providing for anymore. You're providing for
a life.
2 children currently. And then one on the way, my brother. Yeah. So it's just like you're providing for almost 3 kids and then you're you haven't even you didn't finish school. And it's just like how so like to me it's like my mom is very like
hardworking.
She's so hardworking and then but just
inspirational in a sense, inspirational.
So, work ethic.
Yeah.
With her work ethic, yes.
Okay.
But I do feel like I sit there and I think about that and I'm like, how is it that my mom managed to do all of that with 3 kids and I can't even do it for just me? Yeah. You know, like that. Like I even I'm like already thinking about my apartment, which I'm getting in freaking a few months, and I'm just like, I'm still like freaking out over it. I'm like, I can't do this. Like I really can't do it. And I'm just like, and I don't know why I feel like I can't do it. I like, and like, I used to have this mentality like 2 years ago where it's like, I'm going to figure it out. Everything always gets figured out for me. I will get it figured out. Everything's going to go the way it needs to go. And now I don't have that. It's like, girl, you need to stop with this. Everything's going to work out shit because you're not doing anything for it to work out. So
I have that mentality. Yeah. But you also have to like do stuff to make it work out.
I mean, it's not that I don't do it. It's just more so like.
All right, let me ask you this, right? Where you're working now,
right?
Can you afford where you're gonna live?
Yes.
In conjunction with your partner.
Yes, but that's my thing. Is like I have to have a second income.
Okay, but that's what
to be on my own. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, but that's what. Okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Like you can't just live off of your own anymore. Like you can't just go out on your own. That sucks. I do accept that.
That's so annoying.
But like.
I mean, I could.
Yeah,
like
could you?
No, I could, but
it would be harder. You'd have to cut back on things, but you could.
Yeah,
you could. And
I think with the second income, it's like you're living comfortably.
Yeah, for your stage in life. Yeah.
Yes, but if I were by myself, I would not be living comfortably. I would literally probably be living like, okay, I have to pay rent. I have to do this. I have to make sure I get groceries. I have to make sure I eat because I don't fucking drive. I have to fucking make sure I have Uber. At all times.
I think that's another thing. You should probably learn how to drive.
I have to. This is gonna be my year of learning how.
Unfortunately, well, no, we're fortunate to live in America, but like, unfortunately, in America, you need a car. Like, it's almost like a necessity. Yeah, you could get Uber and Lyft, but like, let's be honest, it's gonna pile up. The cost, yeah.
It does. And so it's just, like, dude, I pay like I think like $600 a month in Uber.
Jesus Christ, dude, get a car. Get a car. Get like a cheap beater for like $2,000.
Just like a one quick car, because let's be honest,
you're not into cars.
Yeah.
I really don't think you're gonna care about.
I really don't. I don't think I'm ever gonna sit there and be like, my baby. No, it's getting me where it needs to get me, and that's about it.
Exactly. So you get like a cheap beater for like your first car. Get cheap insurance because like it's gonna be a cheap car.
See, and like I don't even know how to go about that. Like, how do I go about insurance? I don't know.
Call your insurance company.
What insurance company? I have no insurance. I have no health
insurance.
Just look
it up online.
No coverage. I have nothing.
Just look it up online. Well, just look up reviews online of like the insurance agents around you.
Yeah.
And see which one's best and which one you can afford. Because to be honest, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just gonna call you. I'm gonna be like, hey, can you figure out which insurance?
I mean, that could help.
No, I'm just so annoyed. I hate adulting. Adulting is so annoying.
Also, I mean, even if you had a job that gave you like benefits like that, be honest, like I know people that have worked jobs that like stay just for the benefits, and then when it comes to the benefits helping them, they don't actually help them.
No, they don't. My insurance for my job sucks. I've been told, like, I think one of my coworkers, he went to like the dentist,
Mhm.
and it was like 150,
Yeah.
and the insurance only covered $50.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
I know a guy, or have you? Not, I don't know this guy personally, but have you seen the video in California of the guy that paid more because he had insurance?
no.
So I don't know what happened, but they had to take an ambulance to the hospital, and then the ambulance bill came back as like $600, which is already crazy, but it was $600 because in California apparently they have like assisted payment or whatever.
Yeah.
So like if they know that you don't have insurance, the government will pay for you a little bit, and then you have to pay the rest. But then he was like, "Oh, this is crazy. This is expensive." And then he emailed I guess the hospital or the people he was supposed to pay. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh no, I have insurance. Here's my proof of insurance." So they sent him a new bill, which was more expensive because once he proved that he had insurance, the government wouldn't pay for him anymore. But his insurance didn't even want to pay for the ambulance, or didn't want to pay as much as the government was going to pay for the ambulance. So his 600 bill went to like, oh, so his $600 bill went to like 2,000 or something for an ambulance ride that he said was like 20 minutes. So,
You know, an ambulance is $500.
mhm, yeah,
An ambulance
yeah.
that gets you to probably from A to B
When
in
I
3 minutes.
You want to have a crazy story?
What?
When I was playing soccer in high school, it was like a rec league, like a recreational
Mhm.
league. It was AYSO, so it wasn't like a competitive league. It was just like, oh, I'm gonna do this until like my competitive game.
Mhm.
Uh, a guy snapped his ankle like all on his own, like he turned and he has to snap his ankle.
Oh.
And do you know where that field is by? So there's the big street, and then there's a hospital, and then if you go a little bit down, there's a field.
By your old middle school?
No, 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 other one. But on my way to my college.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So he was at that field. Now, mind you, this hospital is what, like 5 minutes away?
Yeah.
Dog, they charged him $1,100 for a 5 minute ambulance ride because his insurance wouldn't pay. And his dad, because it was in that really nice neighborhood that we live next to, his dad was like loaded. Like his dad was like a C-suite at like a nice company. So like, so don't count on health insurance, helping you. I'm just saying.
Dude,
I know so many horror stories of health insurance that it's not even funny.
I just think $3,000 for one tooth is crazy. Like, I'd rather I think it's abscess. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Abscess? Is that like where you get like the pus buildup?
I think I don't
Oh,
know.
so it's like infected.
Yeah, I would rather this go to my brain and I die
Oh,
before I
okay.
spend $3,000.
Okay.
I no, and I mean that. Like, I
Chris.
would rather do that than spend $3,000 on one fucking tooth.
I genuinely believe if you could probably get a flight to England, take your tooth out,
It's still gonna be
spend
like
a week.
$3,000 too.
Yeah, but then you get a week in England doing stuff. I'm just saying. It might not be because remember, if you have health insurance there from like America, they cover you.
I don't have health insurance in America.
Okay, but like you're still like they don't refuse care there. Like they would fix you.
And be like, oh my god, I don't know how this happened, but I need help now.
No, but then think about it, right?
I just slapped the fuck out of myself. That hurt.
Oh, but think about it, right? Because realistically, like a flight now, it's not the expensive season.
Yeah.
If you were to get a flight for $1,000 there and back, probably even less.
True. True.
Spend like a couple days in England sightseeing. Oh no, I have this weird tooth thing. Okay, here's some medicine. We're gonna take it out, and then come back.
Hey guys.
All for cheaper than you could by just going to your dentist here.
All for the cheap.
But I don't know. It's definitely a weird thing.
Yeah, adulting is just making me mad right now, and I just feel like a lot of people are so.
I think that mic died, so I'm holding it. This in the middle. It's the one that I was using.
You motherfucker.
My bad.
You're fine.
I forgot to charge that one. That was the one we were using a lot.
I just feel like I don't know. I don't know if I'm the problem. I don't know if society's the problem. I don't know if boomers are the problem.
Everybody has it. Like,
but it's so annoying, and I feel like I don't know. I have way too much pressure to not know what I need to do or what I'm going to do. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy, like, I wouldn't mind working with kids, but dude, like, I'm getting paid shit for that. And I get it. You know what? Hey, do what you want to do, whatever. I get it. I
Mm-hmm.
really do. But finance is such a big thing for me because I'm so scared of being poor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so scared of being broke.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even like oh, it's funny, like I could be broke. This like no, I'm genuinely scared of
Mm-hmm.
being broke to a point where it's like I'm not gonna know where my next meal's coming from.
But
I don't know where I'm gonna live next.
do you think you could just like move to a place that's cheaper to live and work with kids because that's your degree?
Where would you
Like that's what I'm saying. Just like try to figure something out. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people make sacrifices to do what they want to do.
but where would I go?
Obviously,
Where would you go for that?
I don't know. I'm not in that field, so I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I
Um,
guess I really never thought about it because my family is here and like I do want to stick around, especially because my sister's only 5.
yeah.
So it's like I kind of do want to just stick around here, but at the same time, like, no, you're not wrong. I could easily go somewhere else. I'm not like nothing's really holding me back here
Mm.
for me to stay.
Also, like this is a radical change, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, if that's the field that you have a degree in,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the field that you want to do, and you're really excited to work with kids in that field, and blah 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 blah, dude. There's a whole world out there of countries that are way cheaper to live in than this, and you have a degree in America, which is still pretty heavily, I guess,
Having a degree in
coveted.
America, no, I thought that's different though. If you have a degree in America, because don't you have to like,
Equalize your studies?
yeah,
Not in most countries. If you come from most
because I
countries
know
here with a
people
degree,
whose parents were in Europe, and didn't your mom get a degree in Europe?
nope.
Oh,
But like I know a doctor that came from Europe to
mm-hmm.
here, and he was a doctor, so he had to equalize his studies.
Mm-hmm.
But like, because I looked into this, for me with my degree, I could go in Europe anywhere, and I wouldn't. There's very few countries where I'd have to like get like equalize my studies.
Mm-hmm.
Like most countries, I could just rock up and be like, "Oh, hey, I have a degree in America." They're
Yeah,
like, "Oh, cool," and it's really coveted there. So like, I'm just saying,
I just wish I was a nepo baby.
a what?
A nepo baby,
What's a nepo baby?
like a baby that came from like a rich person.
Oh,
Like I wish I was like reincarnated as like
okay.
Johnny Depp's daughter or some shit.
Crazy. I don't.
I wish I was a nepo baby. I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to work hard. And I get it. Like everyone's like, "Oh, but you work so hard for this, and you could prove it, and like show people that no, fuck that, fuck
I
you.
just like you just want to live your life.
I want to be like, yes, I'm Johnny Depp's daughter. And yes,
Sue
I'm
me.
sue me. Sue me. I get my hair done every day. I wake up in a beautiful mansion
Crazy.
every day. I get all my sun and I get to meet celebrities all day long and I get to go and film on movies
I
and
think if I'm ever rich,
studios.
I don't
Sue
think
me.
I'd baby my kids like that. Like they'd have a comfortable life, but I don't think I'd baby them like that.
And
Like they
that's
still have to,
fine. I think I would want a comfortable life too.
but but I'd still like make my like they'd have to develop as like people.
And that's fine. But I would still want a comfortable life. Like I want to be able to like I feel like if finances weren't such a problem, yeah, I would probably find something I'd already want to do.
Mm.
But everything I want to do is not it's not going to bring me a financial income. It's not going to bring me
Well, that's a
any
sacrifice that you're
stability.
gonna have to make, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
So
But anything that's like financial does not interest me.
oh, like working in finance and stuff.
No, just like anything that's like
Oh, anything
well
that makes money.
paying.
Yeah, well,
Like
okay.
it doesn't interest me. I'm like I don't and like don't get me wrong, I really would love to go and get my degree in law. You know,
Mhm.
I would love it.
Yeah, we talked about this.
But at the same time, that is such a competitive field. And like, that's the thing about our day and age. It's like, you have to fucking know people to really get into shit.
Here's something I'm gonna say, and it's probably gonna get us in trouble if it ever gets clipped and we ever get big enough.
Oh, brother.
But I think college is worthless nowadays. In a sense of a bachelor's degree, it has no value anymore because
No, it
the ten
doesn't.
the ten
Because we
people next
all
to you,
have it.
yeah, the
We
10
all
people
have
next to you have
it.
a bachelor's degree. So unless you know people or you're some stud in like a diamond in the rough or whatever,
Yeah.
your college degree ain't gonna guarantee you jack squat these days. Jack squat. So so like I said,
Yeah.
if stuff's already bad, or if it gets worse, or maybe it'll get better, I don't know. I can't predict the future. I'm just like, dude, just do what you like. Uh, if you have enough money to live, a life, like feed yourself and keep yourself alive, and you're doing what you want to do with life, then I don't see the big. I need this big boy job. Oh boy. I don't know. That's my 2 cents on the issue.
Yeah.
I think law would be interesting for you. I feel like you'd like it.
I just think it's a competitive field, and I just don't feel like I feel like I'm
You
not
can break
as
into it.
no. I just feel like I'm not as smart enough as I used to be. Like I
I think you're
feel,
pretty smart.
but I don't think I'm as smart as I used to be. Like I think I'm just like I don't care
I just think
anymore.
the law field is more about like not like I'm not saying every lawyer is bad, but like a lot of lawyers will get to the top of their field because like
Yeah,
they know how to play the game.
yeah, and that's my thing is I feel like I do have a conscience, and like I can't do
Play the
some
game.
like I can't play the game and not think about other people's
Mm.
feelings
Yeah.
in that process as well.
Yeah.
Like and that's my problem is like I don't think about myself as much as so many people might sit there and tell me you are a selfish person. I know I'm not because I do think
Mm-hmm.
I think about everybody else's feelings before mine. So
Yeah. I don't know. So,
yeah,
what do you think is next for you? What an intervention therapy session.
if this tooth doesn't take me out, I don't know.
This-
I
we
don't
could
know.
fix that now. I got a hammer and a chisel. It'll hurt. Tie a rope next to the door. At least the tooth will be out. Then you could like get the pus out.
Ew.
We'll fix it like the old days. You'll just drink a shot of whiskey every night to get the
I
pus
really
out.
do think I need to go on a liquid diet now, like for real. But like I don't know what liquids to go get.
Something that hopefully has all the macronutrients you need to
Do you want to
survive.
go with me?
I guess.
You want to go get liquids
I
with me to see
I
what I can have?
sure.
Okay.
I know like generally what you need, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to drink enough liquids in a day to get everything that you need.
I think I'll be fine.
Because I think you're gonna after like a week or two on this diet, you're gonna feel miserable.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna feel miserable, but at the same time, I feel like the swelling would go down because I really do think that the reason why I'm swelling so much is because I keep like forcing my mouth to open to eat something.
It could also be like if it is an abscess for like it's like making pus, it just is infected. Maybe there's like a piece of food stuck in there, and it's making you like.
You think? I have a water flosser,
Uh-huh.
a water pick, or whatever people call it these days.
Yeah, whatever that little. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah, yeah.
little like.
Yeah, I was at my boyfriend's apartment and I was using it,
Mm.
and so much came, and that's how I knew like there was really something wrong with this tooth because there was something wrong with it in December, but then I ended up just taking antibiotics and I stopped feeling anything anymore. So I was like,
Mm.
oh, okay, perfect. Like I think it's fine now. I ended up taking out a filling out of my tooth, like an entire part of my tooth came out.
Oh, like you remove the filling. You should
Yeah.
probably. That's probably where the abscess or where all the pain's coming from, because stuff is probably getting in there, down into your roots and everything now.
Oh.
That's terrible. That's really bad.
Right.
No, no wonder they might be have to do a root canal because you probably just
No, but this just happened.
yeah, but now stuff is getting in there at a greater rate than it was already getting in there. Like I check, I have one filling because I've only ever had one cavity in my life, and I check it like daily. Like I look in the mirror and to see if like there's no.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy. You should. Granted, it's gonna suck. I told you. I told. Wait, did I tell you this story?
What?
When I got my cavity filled, they had to give me like 10 shots of like the anesthetic because my I guess I was just really like immune to the anesthetic. Like we were 6 shots in, and he was so you know how like they have to drill to make it like smooth so they could put in like the goo or whatever, like the cement. I like whenever he would touch it, I would like jump like I would feel it. Still.
Yeah.
It's like we were like 10 like anesthetic shots in until like I could still feel it, but not a lot. He said like he'd never my dentist said he'd never seen anything like it like that to need that much and it, like they consider like putting me to sleep like an actual surgery like sleep because they were like what
Because you're a wimp.
dude yeah I don't want I'm a wimp when it comes to like doctor stuff yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure this shit out because I can't. I don't want to walk around like a chipmunk. That's so crazy. But no, I am gonna do liquid just because I just feel like maybe you are right. Maybe I do have like maybe the food that I'm
It's getting stuck in there and
consuming
it's
it's
going
getting
down
down
and there
there.
yeah you still have to figure it out but yeah also I'm big against this liquid diet of yours. I think you're gonna hate it after like I'll give you max a month till your body's like, no, shut the fuck up, we need food.
But like, there was a guy that was like 600 pounds, and he drank water for an entire year.
Yeah, the guy was 600 pounds. His body had the nutrients stored. You think
And you don't think I have nutrients stored?
not enough to go on a liquid for like a year?
I'm not saying I'm going on a liquid for a year. I'm saying I'm going on a liquid for until I see some results.
That's true.
Because it's my body's eating the fats that's already there.
I think you could get the same results in a much healthier way by just going in a calorie deficit.
No.
That's the big thing.
No.
Because realistically, if you drink all these powders, right, and you're still eating more calories than your body burns, or you're drinking more calories than your body burns, which is gonna be almost impossible. But like, if you'll still not lose weight, the laws of thermodynamics don't work like that.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. But anyway, that's.
I think everyone's just hating on me. I think
I want to see you healthy. That's why I'm telling you this.
And I think I'm gonna be healthy with the liquid diet.
Okay. Okay. To each their own.
To each their own. Correct. Correct.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've been telling you in life too, especially with work. If you want to just work whatever you want to work, do honestly, yeah, just do whatever you want to do, man. Just live life.
Something like that. I can't even yawn. It hurts. Holy shoot.
Holy shoot! I feel like you didn't curse the stream. Holy shoot! Holy macaroni! Fiddlesticks!
All right, guys.
Fudgesicles!
That's it for this podcast.